Good morning, Sorcery fans. Welcome to my 13th booster box opening of Gothic on the channel. This will be my 9th booster box from my Alpha Investments kit. I pulled out the Tadpole Pool playmat from Alpha because I feel like I'm going to pull Gift of the Frog Curio today on the channel. Let's try to make that happen. I am approaching one playset of Sorcery if you're following along. It took, I would say, 2 or 3 boxes to complete the ordinary playset. It took 6 boxes to complete the exceptional playset. It took 12 boxes to complete the elite playset, and we are up to 69 uniques, including 1 copy of Ether Core. I would like to pull 2 copies of Ether Core for my duplicator deck, but we are about 40 uniques away from completing the playset of uniques Sorcery Gothic 440 card set. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed my previous box opening videos. I did make a playlist of all my Sorcery box openings if you want to check the playlist in succession. This is a City of Souls. This is a unique. I have not pulled a City of Souls, and I have also not pulled a City of Glass either. So City of Glass is on my list. I'll price out everything today via TCG Player in real time. And I have a foil already in this pack number 1. What a start. It is a 1 casting cost. Is it a Ether Core? Gift of the Frog? Not. Curio? And shoot. This is a Ghostfire Ordinary. So close to being an Ether Core. I've pulled that before, so I'm going to put my extra foils on TCG Player. And so close to being an Ether Core foil. Alright, TCG Player says City of Souls and Ghostfire foil are worth, according to $3.09. Let's get the ordinary foils out of the way early. $13.23 for the unique City of Souls unique site. Pretty good start there. We are now up to 70 uniques for the playset. These booster box openings are a lot of fun. I'm enjoying Sorcery Gothic quite a bit. Here's a Sphere of Animosity. This is an elite card. I will be listing my additional elites on TCG Player shortly, so check my TCG Player site in the link below if you are interested in building out any of your Sorcery Gothic decks. And I will also make some pre-constructed decks out of my bulk ordinaries and exceptionals, and I'll put those on my eBay page in the coming days. Here's a Panpipes of Panam. Looking for that Gift of the Frog Curio. You do get about 3 to 4 copies of each of the ordinaries in every box of Gothic, so it's almost possible to complete a playset of ordinaries with 1 box of Gothic. Mephistopheles, yes, that's a unique. I have not pulled that before. That replaces an avatar. I'll get that in a second here. No foil, no curio. We did get Croaking Swamp to match the playmat. Exceptionals go there, ordinaries go there. This is Mephistopheles, unique demon and an aspirant avatar. It must be cast to your avatar's location, taking their life and replacing them as your avatar. Once on your turn, you may summon an evil minion from your hand to an adjacent site. So this is very close to an avatar. TCG Player says $11.71 for the pseudo avatar. You can use this to replace your avatar. Once on your turn, you may summon an evil minion from your hand to an adjacent site. So maybe you can do some shenanigans. The art is by Michael Nejipal. You could potentially use Duplicator as your avatar and play 2 copies of Mephistopheles and then replace Duplicator with Mephistopheles. Here is an elite Golgor and our ordinaries of this pack. I have been going left side of the box first the last couple boxes. We've gone 3 or 4 boxes without pulling a unique foil. I would probably try to hit the Ether Core in foil. Here's an Apply Alkahist. I just sold one of those on TCG Player. It's an Elite Magic. And then our ordinaries of this pack, we have no foil. Undesirables looked kind of like a foil, but it was not. Sugar. Okay. When I get more Gothic booster boxes, I will open up a few of them randomly to try to get my first curio. This is a Seraphim. It is not a curio. I have not pulled an Arthurian Legends curio or a Gothic curio yet. I did pull one Beta West East Dragon curio, and it surprised me because it was an elite card with alternate image, but it was printed. It was in the ordinary spot of the pack. Here's the Harbinger exceptional avatar, followed by Ironclad. This is an elite Elvira Pelikowski elite avatar. I have an extra one of those already. No curios. Help me look for curios as I fly through the ordinaries. And then this weekend I'm going to sort all of my extra Gothic cards. Here we go. This is an Elite Heirloom Lost. Fantastic art by UC Pilkus. And I have a foil. It's a foil avatar, everybody. My first foil avatar of the box. What's it going to be? It's 20 life. Interrogator. Very nice. This, my friends, is an elite avatar with art by Anson Maddox. Very nice. I'm going to have this graded by PCG because I have all my avatars graded. Get you a price in 1 second. Whenever an ally strikes an enemy avatar, you draw a spell unless they pay 3 life. Very cool. Very cool. It's our first foil avatar. TCG Player says $106.31 for our first elite avatar foil, the Interrogator. Just beautiful. Art here by Anson Maddox, our good buddy. Anson did 1 card in Alpha Beta, no cards in Arthurian Legends. And such a banger in Gothic. Very nice. Almost paid for the box. We got $30 to go. Although the Mephistopheles and the City of Souls probably paid for. There's a Necromancer, exceptional avatar, followed by Dormant Monstrosity is the elite. Can we pull some other foil avatars? I do like to have all my foil avatars graded by PCG, Premier Card Grading, so that's going to go in the next Premier Card Grading submission. Stay tuned for my PCG submission videos and my grade reveal videos when I get the cards back from PCG. Here's a Symmetric Suffering. I did make a playlist, like I did all the Gothic box openings. I have a playlist of PCG submissions. If you're interested in grading cards, you can see what the process is like, and then I will put my extra graded cards on eBay, on my jdj-sapphire eBay page. Angel Ascendant is an elite. Gifted Frog, not a curio. I feel like I'm going to pull one of those today. Mostrel, is that curio? Giant Rock Right. That's what it says on all the cards. Last video I pulled out Mox Sapphire playmat because I had a feeling I was going to pull an Ether Core, and I did. So today I've got the Tadpole Pool playmat so that I can pull the Gift of the Frog curio. Here is Lacuna Entity. It is an elite monster by Zondi. Zondi art is very attractive. I like that a lot. There's a Croaking Swamp to go with the playmat. It's a water site. The water element did get quite a boost in Gothic, so the water decks are somewhat viable now, and some of the Arthurian Legends cards are rebounding in price. Regulator is an elite The Gothic prices, like I've said in the last couple of videos, are slowly coming down to the baseline, and we're leveling out here on some of the Gothic prices. Now that we're starting to see which cards are printed more frequently than other cards. We have a Betrayal, very cool, UC Pilkus, fantastic Gothic artist. Detonate, no Curio. So we're 2 foils, but we did hit an elite avatar. Pretty happy with that thus far. Then we have Abandoned Succubus is an elite. I have a foil sight in this pack. Barrow White, Sewer Rats, Plague Rat, and a Wave of Eviction. It is an exceptional. We have been pulling some double foil packs in my alpha investment boxes. I'll get you a price on Wave of Eviction, Shoggoth, and nothing else. TCG Player says $3.39 for our first exceptional foil. We have 1 ordinary, 1 exceptional, 1 elite. The spread has been pretty even amongst most boxes, with the majority of the foils being exceptional foils. If you open a box of Gothic, you're going to expect to see a lot of exceptional foils. Here is a Faith Incarnate. It's an elite. This comes in one of the pre-constructed decks. Slimy Mutants. No foil, no cure in that pack. Stay tuned for the shorts. I'm going to make a hit out of Mephistopheles for sure. And the Interrogator Avatar foil for sure. Here's a Divine Lance. Again, the UC Pilkus art just stands out to me. That is an elite magic. Here's the Virgin in Prayer. I am praying for a curio in this box. I'd really like the City of Glass curio, but I feel like the Gift of the Frog curio is also not a bad one. There's 4 Fat Frogs for our playmat. Nomo Monitor. Here is a Wicked Orpheus Crossing. I have not pulled this one before. It is a unique site. Gonna be about 10 bucks. An air site. You're on Death's Door until your next turn. Summon dead minion here. Great. I love Death's Door shenanigans. Just check the rest of the pack. No Curio, no foil, no rest of the pack. TCG Player says Orpheus Crossing. $4.55. One of the lesser expensive unique sites. I don't know, I like the cards that let you escape Death's Door. Gives you like an extra turn, kind of like a time walk from Magic the Gathering. Here's a Deep Sea Dead Knight and a Savior Avatar, and hiding behind that is another Avatar. I wonder if it is a duplicator Avatar. It is a duplicator Avatar. So as I was saying in my previous video, this duplicator Avatar, in your spellbook in Atlas, you can only have matching pairs of uniques, and you start with 2 spells and 2 sites in your hand. So that's about a $15, $20 unique Avatar. We're missing the Magician, and we're missing the Realm Eater. I'd still like to get those 2 unique avatars for my playset. No foil, no cure. TCG Player says duplicator is $13.98 for a duplicate duplicator. That's going to go on TCG Player. You could play Mephistopheles in that deck. You play 2 copies of Mephistopheles. Replace the duplicator with your Mephistopheles, as I was saying before. We have exceptionals on top, then a Peacemaker Arbalest. This comes in one of the pre-constructed decks. And our ordinaries. No foil and Moss Troll. Tell me what the curio is on this one. It's just a rock. do like the Survivors of Sarava and the Sarava Townfolk featuring Quentin Hoover artwork. Then we have, ooh, the Doom of Dilmun. This is definitely a unique because I've not seen this one before. Doom of Dilmun is a unique monster burrowing submerged voidwalk, cannot be banished, destroyed, or modified. Art is by Brahm. Here's some more Brahm art on this static servant. I do like the inclusion of the Brahm artwork. TCG player says the Doom of Dilmun is $10.47 for the Doom of Dilmun. That means we are up to about 72 cards for our unique set. We're missing, about 40 cards. We also reached purchase price expected value on this box of $135. Everything else that we pull in foil or unique is going to be bonus. There's another Savior, Exceptional Avatar, followed by the Gargantula. That's an elite spider, which is a beast in Sorcery Contested Realm. We have one-shot wizard, no foil, no curio. And last pack of stack number 2. We are 2/3 through this box. We are about 4 foils short and 2 uniques shy of our average. Here it is, Interrogator. This one is not foil, but I need that for to get signed by Anson Maddox. Anson, great work again on the Interrogator. Here's the non-foil. Love it. And no foil in this pack and no curio. But non-foil price on the Interrogator is probably $1 or $2. That actually might be my first pre-constructed deck, or my first deck that I'm going to build. I think is going to be the Interrogator. Whenever an ally strikes an enemy avatar, you draw a spell unless they pay 3 life, so that's pretty good. Holy Nova Hot Wheel and Mudslide into a Mortal Soil Elite. No foil, no curio. Alright, we're in the 3rd and final stack of the box, last 12 packs. We are expecting 4 foils in this stack, so hang on to your butts, everybody. This is going to be exciting. We have Sacred Stag. That is not a unique. Bless is not a foil, and no curio either. So we still have 10 more shots at our Gift of the Frog curio. Ghost Town Ladder Blimp. This is an elite Forgotten Tomb, and we do have a foil in this pack. Hang on to your butts, everybody. 4 casting costs. Any guesses? Looks like a fire spell. It's an Exceptional Raise. That'll be a couple bucks. An ally destroys a site, occupies all artifacts. No curio in that pack. TCG player says the Raise foil is worth $6.89. That's our second exceptional foil of the box. I should get 3 more foils and 2 more uniques. Would really like a second Ether Core for my playset of uniques to play in my duplicator deck. Here's the Doomsday Cult. That'll go on TCG player. Croaking Frog, Swamp. Nothing there. Okay. Again, let me know what decks you're making. Has anyone tried the Interrogator deck? Which there's a non-curio Desecrate, non-curio Fallen Angel. Legion of Gaul by Melissa Benson is an elite. Nothing else. 3 more foils, unless this is a 6 foil box. That would be pretty sad. Here's Sawbones by Liz Danforth, and I think there's a foil here. I think we're okay. We got this might be a double foil pack as well. Noisome, Tribute, Desert. We got a 2 casting costs Air Spell. It's an ordinary Pith Imp followed by an exceptional. These are both by Jeff Mangus. This is a pretty cool pack. Jeff Mangus did an ordinary Pith Imp. Beautiful. And Jeff Mangus also did Order of the Sacred Oak. Exceptional. Double up there. So those are 2 foils for you. Sarava Townsfolk. Let's price these out here. TCG Player says $3.87 for the ordinary Pith Imp foil by Jeff Mangus, our second ordinary foil of the box, and $10.62 for the beautiful Order of the Sacred Oak, also by Jeff Mangus. That was our first double foil pack of this box, third double foil pack of that mini box, 6th double foil pack of the case. So the Alpha Investment boxes are loaded with the double foil packs. I like that a lot. Here is Grasping Ground and Elite. No foil, no curio. So I'm expecting 1 more foil in this box. It's probably going to be an exceptional. And 2 more uniques in this box. Toolbox, Hero, and Order of the Bam. Here is Chorus of the Condemnation. It is a unique art by Ian Miller. Each player chooses another to discard a card. It's also the art on the bottom of the booster box. When you flip your boxes over and get your dust code off the box, you'll see this artwork. TCG Player says the Chorus of Condemnation currently is worth $4.32 and dropping. Couple packs left. We still want 1 more foil and 1 more unique. Let's just make it a Ether Core foil and call it a day. Order of the Sacred Oak. This is the non-foil version. Here is a Hyper Parasite Elite, and I think there's a foil in this pack. Bone Spear, Flayer. Oh my gosh, it's another avatar. We got 2 foil avatars in this box. Really good. And it's a Persecutor. Very nice. I think I'll have this one graded as well. I do grade all my foil avatars because I like to protect them. No curio, but TCG Player says Persecutor, $29.33. It is exceptional. People say this looks like Randy, one of the wrestlers, Randy Savage. Who's that? Macho Man Randy Savage? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, double avatar foil box. That's our 7th foil. I don't think we're gonna get any more, but we could get 1 more unique. Haystacks. Here's a Sigelstrom. Gifted Frog. Last chance for a curio. Not gonna happen. That's it. Alright, and 2 packs left. We're gonna get 1 more unique, I think. Let's make it a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching my 13th booster box of Gothic, everybody. This is an Elite Trade Encampment. Elvira Palikowski. You may trade an artifact in your hand with 1 of equal rarity from your collection. And then what else we have in this pack? Ordinaries. Moss Troll. No curio. Alright, last chance for a Frog curio. Last chance for a unique or a bonus foil. Do check out my playlist and see how the set collecting has been going for Gothic. Here is Howl from Beyond. That is definitely a unique 2nd Howl from Beyond that I can play in my duplicator deck now. Then we have Overflow and no curios. Alright, curios are hard to pull. 13 boxes, no curios. TCG Player says Howl from Beyond is worth $7.48. Solid finish. We got another 7 unique, 7 foil box. However, we got a 2 foil avatar box, so this is pretty hot here. We got Interrogator and the Persecutor. Who do you think would win in a matchup of the Persecutor versus the Interrogator? I don't know. I think Interrogator might have an edge. The Persecutor, once on your turn, Persecutor may step toward the closest evil or brand an enemy, so your cards treat them as evil this turn. That's a little complicated. I would go with the Interrogator. Whenever an ally strikes an enemy avatar, you draw a spell unless they pay 3 life. It's like a Rhystic Study, and art is by Anson Maddox. So let me know which is your favorite in the comments below. Do like this video if you enjoyed Gothic box openings. Check out the playlist of all the other Gothic box openings, 12 boxes before this one, to see how we got here. And then stay tuned for upcoming box openings where I'm going to try to hit a curio on camera and add it to my collection. And then I'll get these graded by PCG. Stay tuned for my PCG submission video and my PCG grade reveal video when I get the grades back. Gothic's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying the box openings. Thanks for watching and subscribing. We'll see you next video. Have a great weekend, everyone.